Welcome to the Real CP Show. I'm your host, CP. In today's topic, black male or American black male tasered and humiliated by this particular Caucasian woman, DEI. DEI. Enforcement person. If this was vice versa. Yes, if this was vice versa, and it was this black male enforcement person, and he did what he did, for people who know the video and people who they know. But then I asked that question for the people who saw what I'm going to show. When was the last time that at this particular moment when you see the video? When was the last time you heard about this? For numbers in it, be like, well, it's been some time. Exactly. And for the ones who have not seen this video, right? Again, the hatred toward the American black male is as natural in certain sections of Americanism as just sitting there picking up some water and drinking it. And it's just as natural for numbers of people within certain parts of Padam's culture and some ones who want to be like certain ones in Padam's culture, right? And some other ones to be in denial mode and deflect mode. And unfortunately, there are some coonish ones and some deflectors as well in certain parts of American blackism, modern day, some, right? But again, if this was an American black man and he was an enforcement and he sat there and did what I'm going to sit there and show you in this video, and just a little bit, and he tasered and humiliated a woman within Padana-based culture and did what he did, it would be outrage, national outrage. We got to do something. We got to change these laws and policies. We must protect women. Toxic masculinity, men trying to oppress women. Men don't want to sit there and see women in enforcement. You get the same old nonsensical rhetoric on white feminism, deadly manipulation, tactical person. I'll say this lastly before I go ahead and start showing some things. Where are these people of color supposed to be allies at? Where are these people under the BIPOC nonsensical mantra? BIPOC, B-I-P-O-C, meaning Black, Indigenous, and people of color. Where are they at? Right? Where are they at? Mm-hmm. Where are the people who have some skin of black? The ones this applies to with Americanism. Again, I'm not talking about some good ones, right? Because those are small amounts. Because the system, they know who to allow to come to the America. With very few exceptions. So where are these other allies, again, with the skin of black, jumping up and down about bad seeds, the one that continue to do black pain to the American blacks? Where are they at? Right? I tell you where numbers of them are at. They're doing just like this. They're dipping and playing. I'm black, I'm black, I'm black. When it benefits numbers of personnel, but then when the heat comes up like this, they're like, yeah, just like the people of color playing that little nonsensical game, right? Who you like to use black folks in general to allow black folks to be the ones this applies to, naive with very few exceptions, to keep regurgitating black and brown nonsense. There's no such thing as that, right? So let me go ahead and show this particular first video, because again, the American black male is the most hated man, even though he's not the person who commits the most crimes. And the American black man collectively is the most openest male in America, right? But the system must show the American black male as criminal. I mean, it's brilliant, right? And at the same time, this system, DEI, 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 been playing that kind of game for a little bit of time. You know, DEI has nothing to do with American blacks. It's been pushed into people's brains that lack brain power to keep acting like DEI is benefiting American blacks. Are you stupid? The ones that don't know that this game, or who know it, but they're demonic and don't want nobody to know the game. But it's like affirmative action. Affirmative action had not a damn to do with anything to do with American black. It had everything, 9,000% to do with helping numbers of people within the predominant culture, right? Around those World War II times, especially more, to help benefit, to have more people within the predominant culture to get to suburban areas, to be able to go to colleges more, to help build houses, to more benefit numbers of people within the predominant culture, the one this applies to, right? Had nothing to do with American blacks. What was going on in World War II, by the way? Segregation of American blacks. What was going on still again in World War II times? 1940s. American blacks were still, numbers of American blacks were getting lynched. Numbers of anti-American black policies and laws still existed. Now, this is again before many other cultures and backgrounds even exist in America. And some of the ones that was here in America, very few of them, even they still had low demographics. You see how this goes. But now you got so many people get the benefit off of American black male pain. Right? And like DEI and affirmative action, it also was to help hire and get more numbers of women within certain predominant culture ones and certain positions even more. But to make it act like that's supposed to benefit American blacks, and then it's supposed to help, and it has been helping various other cultures and backgrounds and immigrants and border break illegal immigrant personnel. You get the point, right? It's a demonic, brilliant game, and it's insultingness. At the same time, to the American black ancestors who are no longer in physical existence as well, who fought, got lynched, got murdered, got spit on. You get the point. To this be treated as equal citizens. But at the same time, numbers of women within certain parts of Panama's culture have benefited more and more of DEI. And this situation is also showcasing that as well. So let me go ahead and show you this particular first video on this.
Lower your windows, all of them. What's up, my man? Hey, you got a valid driver's license, proof of insurance, all that good stuff? He blew that red light.
The light was yellow and turned red when I went out.
It was red when you blew it.
It was yellow.
Okay, well, I saw it, it was red. So,
I saw it.
all right, well, you got a proof of insurance? Check tight. You got you got anything crazy in the car?
Yeah.
What do you got? You got a gun?
You see this little disgusting little tactic. Dude, it's like you got numbers of knuckleheads that are allowed to be hired to play these little games as well, as if having a piece of boom boom equipment is illegal, right? With an Americanism. Do you understand how it's like this game of this? It's like some of them forget that, you know, not having a uniform on, you still are a regular person. Like anything else, you got good people, you had bad people. Unfortunately, there are certain ones within certain enforcement, the ones applies to also are DEI hires, are nepotism hires, right? are generational hires, right? To continue the system of anti-American blackism. The game is so easily seen when you know the game, right?
You do? Where's that? It's on you? Okay. As long as you're cool.
Chill.
No, man, I appreciate your honesty. That's awesome.
Right.
So you have concealed carry and all that good stuff? No, you don't. All right, you're not a convicted felon, right? Nothing. Okay.
Trying to fish
So
for information.
is just for my safety, your safety. I'm gonna have you step out. All right, fair enough.
And what about the safety of civilian people, huh? How many American black people have been shot by bad seeds, grabbed out the car, beat down, teeth broken, right? Knees on back. What about the safety of black folks, right? Not to sell us coons, or the American black, should we say. What about the American black males, black women's safety? What about that?
We're just gonna remove the pistol from you. I appreciate you.
Here we go. Oh, let me back up.
All right. So what we're gonna do is just for my safety, your safety. I'm gonna have you step out. All right, fair enough. And we're just gonna remove the pistol from you.
DEI, right in front of you. DEI. Now, this is a certain woman within the Padang-based culture. She's reaching inside this black male's body, right? And he should have said he consents to no searches and seizures and all that kind of stuff like that, right? Now, again, it's unfunny how if it was vice versa again. Now, on this situation, it's a woman within certain parts of Padang-based culture, and it's a black male enforcement person. He's searching this woman like that. How many of them be like, oh my goodness, oh my, he sexually harassed me? Oh, how many numbers of women have done that card? Oh my goodness, that particular officer male, he groped me. He sexually harassed me. God. But it's okay for numbers of women to, in certain parts of enforcement, to search men. You see the hypocrisy of that as well. Many people don't talk about that.
I appreciate you, man, being very honest.
Oh. So she reaches in. DEI, this DEI woman from within Padang-based culture, this one, she reached in, she grabbing all stuff, she pulls on the boom piece of equipment, and it pop. You hear that sound, right? And look at her looking lost. She don't know what direction to go. Or this could be a white Hispanicism. It can be regular woman within the Padang-based culture one, the one this applies to. You see, you have to tell her put the boom piece of equipment down.
No, you don't. All right, you're not a convicted felon, right? Nothing. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do is just for my safety, your safety. I'm gonna have you step out. All right, fair enough. And we're just gonna remove the pistol from you. I appreciate you, man, being very honest. Pistol from you. I appreciate you, man, being very honest. From you. I appreciate you, man, being very honest. You okay? Put the gun down. Put down. You okay?
Look at her. DEI. Like, whatever. A Negro was shot. So what? Look at nonchalant.
Rescue 2162. Rescue 1068. 1020.
Look at her. DEI, just nonchalant, right? Just like, well, whatever. Negro was shot. So what? So what? Oh, well, Negro lives don't matter. Oh, well, DEI in effect. Look at him. Look at the black male, American black male. Look, he's limping. And look at, she's not trying to help at all, right? DEI. Non-black DEI. Let me rephrase that. Since there's no such thing as DEI for American blacks.
Tourniquet.
Look at, he got to remind her, tourniquet. You just sit there and pull the trigger in this black male's pants, pulling, right? Pull the darn trigger, right? She get all discombobulated, right? Get confused, don't know what's going on. DEI, DEI. And there are some people who know that there is a very sexist, non-equal requirements between numbers of males and between numbers of women. I don't want to go no further than that. There's some people who know what I'm talking about, right? Where if it's required that numbers of women are supposed to do 50 push-ups, nope, don't do the same thing as males. If that number of women is supposed to run 2 miles and under such and such a mile under such and such amount of minutes, right? And the males are supposed to run in such a time frame. It's not the same thing. So if males are required to run, I'm gonna give you an example, 1 mile in 12 minutes. Don't you think equality would mean that means a woman should have a mile and 12 minutes, right? But nope, they would get more. How's that equality? Huh? Where's the blaming American black male on that, which ain't got a damn thing to do with anything, right? That's DEI, DEI, DEI. But you got personnel that don't want to talk about that. There are a number of people who don't want to talk about that because they know what's going on, with very few exceptions.
You okay?
No, he's not okay.
Hey, just gotta.
Where is she at?
Are you good? Yeah, I'm just trying to get this thing off. Hang in there, brother. Rescue's coming.
Look at her. She's somewhere else. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Again, blame the American black male, right? And you know the American black male does not commit the most crimes, right? It is numbers of males within certain sections of the Panama-based culture who commit the most crimes, the one it applies to, right? You saw this game go, right? Who continues to benefit more of DEI? Who continues to have benefit of affirmative action? Numbers of certain women within certain sections of the Panama-based culture, and there are ones who slot under the minority non-statistical banner. Numbers of one who play the little BPOC games, right? Black, indigenous, people of color, even though it has nothing to do with American black, but the word black is in there. You see this game going, right? You see this game, right? Minorities and people of color, which ain't got a damn thing to do with American blacks, but how many numbers of people benefit off besides American black pain, right? Benefit off affirmative action DEI. Now you got numbers of people saying, oh my goodness, DEI is been erased. No, DEI is just going under, it's like it's going underneath the surface. It ain't going nowhere. Like affirmative action ain't went nowhere, right? Because you're still gonna have companies that's gonna hire numbers of women regardless, right? And say, we need more women without really saying it, technically, depending on what part, right? Because that's part of DEI and affirmative action. You still gonna have people that's gonna hire nepotism, right? This is part of affirmative action, which ain't got anything to do with American blacks. You still got people hiring people within certain parts of the Panama-based culture, numbers of males, the one it applies to, right? Because there's a generational ingrained thing that you must sit there and continue to keep pushing out American blacks away, right? While at the same time not making it seem like that, and then blame black male for not doing what they supposed to do, even though the majority of black males, right, will be considered middle class. You see how this game goes, right? The majority of black males don't have kids. The majority of black males who pay child support, the ones who pay child support, are paying on time. It's been found the majority of black males are the most active in their kids' lives than any other male in America. You see this game, right? But they want to act like the black male, the American black male, the boogeyman. You see how this game goes, right? And again, you got some ones who have some skin of black, the ones that applies to, that want to jump in and say, well, they black. But when the heat goes on like this, I'm not black. I'm of this intra-tribalism little tactic, right? I'm over in that area. Do you see how this disgusting tactic goes? So let's continue. what I want to play next. Let me go ahead. You know what? Let me go ahead and play the video. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me set this direction. Let me go ahead and play this video of the black male, the American black male, that unfortunately got black male pain by this DEI type of woman within this section of predominant-based culture. Right? Give me a second. Let me set this. Okay, here we go. Make sure that's right. Okay. All right. I think that's right. All right. Let me get that a little bit bigger. Okay. Here we go.
Stand up. Right there on the front of the car. Stay still.
I ain't doing but I got good right there. I'm not doing that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying, what you saying? Oh, yeah, for. I'm not. Oh, my God. Okay. Down. Oh, my fault. Oh, my God. Oh, God.
You want it again?
No, man.
Shut the You was big and bad. Shut your Stand up. Right there on the front of the car. Stay still.
I ain't doing but I got good right there. I'm not doing that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying, what you saying? Oh, yeah, for. I'm not. Oh, my God. Okay. Down. Oh, my fault. Oh, my God. Oh, God.
You want it again?
No, man.
Shut the You was big and bad. Shut your
Mm, 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 mm. But you didn't see what you saw. What you saw was just imaginary. Right? Uh-oh. Someone off. I don't know what happened. Something just went off. Here we go again. What you saw is what you did not see. Just imaginary, right? There's something black folks are always playing the race card, right? Which is a piece of shit, excuse me. Demonic nonsense regurgitated by certain ones within certain parts of Panama's culture that's picked up by little nonsensical behavior type personnel, the one supplies to that's regurgitating the same damn thing. But at the same time, how many people benefit off American black male, American black woman pain? Right? And some people have the damn nerve to talk about lazy. The only 3 people that's been in America for generations before many other latecomer ass people, right, arrived to America has been what we call Native Americans, what we call white, whatever that's supposed to mean, because there are some people who slide under white, but they be considered minority. Well, that's a whole different tactic. And American blacks. That was the 3 largest population. So how in the hell can American blacks be the laziest ass people? Man, go to hell with that game. Go to hell with that game. And then you start looking at other people in other different countries and other different places that have extreme poverty, extreme corruption, right? You got people trying to run away from different other countries and other places, right? By people that look like them, right? You see some of the most slummish ass places, tainted ass water in different places, right? Tainted ass wells, places. But people want to blame American blacks. So the thing about it is, let me go ahead and play. Give me 1 second. I don't know what just happened here. Oh, let me give around. I don't know what just happened. But before I go ahead and finish up, let me play this particular last video that shows an update on some of these little racial racism, anti-American black terrorists. Give me 1 moment here. Give me 1 moment. Here we go. Make sure that's right. Okay, give me 1 second here. All right. Oh, hold on. Oh, give me 1 second here. That's not playing. Give me 1 second. Give me one moment here. Oh, give me 1 second here. Let me get this right. Okay, here we go. All right. Give me 1 moment. Share this file. Okay, let me get that right. Okay, that's right. It looks right. Let me start that from the beginning. I'm utilizing this as fair usage doctrine because this was showing a piece of what was going on actually before that particular American black male got American black male pained. Because you had some fools, he must have did something wrong. Go to hell with that tactic.
Start with these new developments out of Reform. We're now getting an update on the case of a man who was tased while handcuffed last year.
The attorney for Michael Washington releasing that never-before-seen video earlier today.
That video that you see right here on your screen showing the beginning of this arrest. Reform police officer Dana Elmore can be seen holding a taser to Washington as he began filming the incident. Later, another video shows Officer Elmore seemingly tase him after he was cuffed and on the hood of a car.
Our James Giles talked with Washington's lawyer. And where does this case stand right now, James?
Well, Steve, Brittany, we're starting to see things happen in this case. According to the attorney representing the man you see being tased and another man not shown in the video, charges are starting to be dropped. For them, that's a good thing, but that attorney says the buck doesn't stop there.
She violate my right.
She is still employed with Reform.
I'm not doing nothing. Why you trying to shoot me? The fuck wrong with you?
And is on leave right now. And so she hasn't been terminated.
We're now seeing a first look at the moments not captured in that viral video of Reform police officer Dana Elmore tasing a handcuffed 24-year-old Micaiah Washington last year. According to his attorney, Leroy Maxwell, this is video from Washington's phone before being slammed on the hood of the car and tased for a second time.
They don't have the evidence. They don't have the witnesses. And so in open court yesterday, they decided to go ahead and move forward to have the cases against Mr. Henry dismissed.
Jay, go get my auntie, Jay. Jay, go get my auntie, man.
Maxwell says Jay, who you don't see but hear Washington call for, is Jacorian Henry, the second man charged in this incident. According to Maxwell, you also don't see Deputy Jody Elmore, the person who arrested Henry while he was going to get Washington's aunt.
The deputy with Pickens County, who was married to the officer who did the tasing, Dana Elmore, he came on the scene second, and he's the one who arrested Jacorian Henry. He's been terminated from Pickens County Sheriff's Department.
Which is why Henry's charges are a thing of the past.
But at the same time, oh my goodness, those black males are always sitting there trying to bring up race. Well, if they stop, committing crimes and stuff like that and start, doing what they're supposed to do, right? Because they always talking about race, right? What do you mean by that? Yeah, every time I look around, they always talking about race and, racism and stuff like that because it's not all. I'm not going to play that little silly game. I'm not going to play it. 0%. Right? Racial racism, anti-American black is as natural again as picking up some water and drinking it in sections of Americanism. Now, while you have what we call Native Americans, the ones that do this, right? The white man took our land. The white man took our land. Right? Even though the Trail of Tears is around 1820, 1830 time frame, right? So that's what, 200 something years ago? Can you name one, what we call Native American, that's still around? Of course not. But how many ones get reparations? How many ones are what they call $5 Indians? They get reparations. But you got people within certain parts of Panama-based culture that don't want to talk about that. You got numbers of personnel who know they had a skin of black, right? That hide behind American blackism. They're not American black, but they hide behind black, the one this applies to, right? And when the tough starts happening, and that old black pain start coming up, I'm not Negro male. No, I'm not that. Or ones, they'll play that people of color game and stuff like that. Well, you know what? No, border break illegal immigrant personnel. What are you gonna do for us, right? Immigrators. What are you gonna do for us, right? Oh my goodness, Ukrainian stuff. Oh, the bad Russian people, they hate the Ukrainian people. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, there's no good rations out there. What? Oh, I don't want to go into all that, right? Oh my goodness, what are you gonna do about Palestinian Israel situation? Oh my goodness. You said it goes. What the black man, the black woman gonna do for us? You see the despicable, the vileness of the game plan that continues to keep going toward American blacks, while other people can talk about issues and stuff like that, when many of them weren't even in America before American blacks were even in this country. And some, which is extremely small, because again, for the last, the beginning parts of America, right? Again, the three largest cultures would have been American black, would have been what we call Native Indians, and what we call white. That would have been it. That would have been the major cultures. So you can play a game with somebody else who don't know reality, right? Let me go ahead and just read you. Give me a second. Let me give me one second. I gotta redo something here, and I'm gonna give me 1 second here. I want to read you this last thing, and I'll go ahead and finish up the show on that. It talks about how on the morning of December the 2nd, 2023, Mr. Washington and Mr. Henry were traveling along County Road 27 in Pickens County, Alabama, when they stopped to change a tire, just trying to change a tire. Mr. Washington was driving. Mr. Washington stopped the vehicle on the shoulder of the road to change the tire. They were only yards away from Mr. Washington's destination at his aunt's house, but could not drive any further. Mr. Washington and Mr. Henry walked to his aunt's house to get tools to change a flat tire and to recruit his brother SW to assist him. The men, American black men, see, watch the genericalities. The American black men went back to the car and began changing the tire. A few minutes later, defendant DEI, I'm just relaying this extra, DEI, Officer Dana Elmore, right, within the parts of Panama-based culture, stopped and joined the American black men on the side of the road. The plaintiffs assumed that Officer DEI Elmore, right, stopped to assist them and to ensure they were not injured by any vehicle that may have been passed while they were on the shoulder of the road. To their surprise, Officer DEI, I'm just really adding it to it, Elmore angrily approached them and demanded to see identification. Mr. Washington, the American black man, asked why this was necessary, as they had not committed any crime and had done nothing wrong. Sensing Officers Elmore's hostility, right, anti-American black racial racism hatred, right, plaintiffs complied with her demand. Didn't say they was resisting, didn't say they was getting violent, none of that. Complied with her demand and provide their identification. Officer Elmore instructed Mr. Washington to stand next to her car. Mr. Washington asked Officer Elmore why this was necessary if he was not being detained or arrested. Mr. Washington instinctively pulled his cell phone out to film their encounter because he was unsure of Officer DEI Elmore's intentions at this point. So Officer DEI Elmore, within the Panama-based culture the one this applies to, became irate and more aggressive as Mr. Washington began to film their encounter. Officer Elmore then deployed her taser into Mr. Washington's person back for several seconds, and demanded that he get on the ground. Mr. Washington cried and screamed out for help. He exclaimed, "I have never been shot before," relating to the taser. He also asked Officer Elmore amid pleading for her to stop, "Why do you have your feet on my back?" Mm-hmm. "I'm not even doing anything. We are out here changing that tire." Officer DEI Elmore mocked Mr. Washington as he asked why she was being so aggressive. Officer Elmore demanded that Mr. Washington shut the F up. That's very professional, isn't it? And this is the person that's supposed to protect and serve? DEI would tase him again. Mr. Washington begged Mr. Henry to get him help. He was afraid that Officer Elmore would delete him. Mr. Elmore ran to Washington's aunt's house at this time. Mr. Henry was not instructed that he was being arrested, detained, or not free to leave. Fortunately, Mr. Washington, his 16-year-old brother S.W., began to film the encounter from his point of view. Now, for a 16-year-old American black male to see the same damn thing as, say, a grandmother or great grandmother have had to go through. But you got people within certain parts of Panama's culture and other places continue to keep trying to tell American blacks to get over the past, right? Why it continues to keep happening. So the thing about it, so this 16-year-old American black man, he was sitting there, he began to film this encounter. In a video captured by SW, Officer Elmore was seen handcuffing Mr. Washington as he laid face first on the ground. Officer Elmore, which is DEI Elmore, demanded that Mr. Washington stand and escorted him to the hood of her police vehicle. Officer Elmore laid Mr. Washington, she didn't lay him down, she put him down, laid Mr. Washington, the American black man, over the front of the police vehicle as he remained handcuffed behind his back. Let me repeat that. As he remained handcuffed behind his back. He was not resisting and obeyed all of Officer DEI Elmore's, right? Non-American black woman, right? Woman from within this particular woman from within the Panama's culture. This one, he obeyed all her commands. Despite complying with all her commands, Officer Elmore positioned her taser in the middle of Mr. Washington's back and aggressively demanded he stay still. Mr. Washington, out of abundance of caution, voluntarily stated that he had a lawfully owned boom boom piece of equipment on his person and reiterated that he had done nothing wrong. Officer Elmore, DEI Elmore, removed the boom boom piece of equipment from Mr. Washington's person and stated, "Oh yeah," right? Mr. Washington questioned why Officer Elmore said, "Oh yeah." May the macho man Randy Savage, may he rest in peace. And she deployed the taser into his back for several seconds. She demanded Mr. Washington know his damn place, Negro, right, basically, and told him to shut the F up. Again, very professional, isn't it, right? Now, again, if this had been an American black male and he was an enforcement and he did this to a civilian woman within the Panama's culture and told her, shut the F up, and tasered her, you know the outrage it would be, right? Mr. Washington screamed out in agony, saying, "Oh, oh, oh." He even exclaimed, "Oh my God." Mr. Washington immediately began crying as the voltage was sent through his body. I'm just going to stop right there. And the sad part about it is, again, many people have not heard this story, which is, I guess, understandable. Because in this system of supremacy, which is the most awesome mental manipulation force that's ever existed, they like to sit there and suppress what American blacks continue to keep going through. And again, I'm not talking about sellouts and deflected ones. And so I want to actually play this video one last time before I close the show. Let me make sure I got this right. Let me make sure I got this right. Hold on, give me a second. Make sure I get this right. This thing sure it popped up. So let me play this video one last time. Let me go ahead and share the screen. Give me 1 second. I thank you for tuning in, Daryl. All right, let me shut this. Let me set this up. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Make sure the screen is set. Yes. Okay, here we go. Make sure before I play it, I'll make sure everything's right. Here we go.
Stand up. Right there in front of the car. Stay still.
I ain't doing but I got good right there. I'm not doing that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying what you saying, oh yeah, for I'm not oh my god! Okay, down, oh my fault. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You want it again?
No,
Shut the You was big and bad. Shut your Stand up. Right there in front of the car. Stay still.
I ain't doing but I got good right there. I'm not doing that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying what you saying, oh yeah, for I'm not oh my god! Okay, down, oh my fault. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You want it again?
No,
Shut the You was big and bad. Shut your
Oh, I know it's hard for people to see stuff like this. This was a grown American black male. And actually, let me phrase this. He was grown. Same time, he was only in his mid-20s, I think he was. But you're gonna have people that act like that they didn't see what they saw. Right? Where was and where he is. Oh, by the way, today is February 27th, 2025. Where again was the gigantic uproar and allies to demand, look, we're not talking about ones that don't do stuff like that. Well, we're not going to play that little silly tactic either. There are numbers of ones that are bad seats within various sections of enforcement on that. There was even a report that relayed over there some type of white supremacy in certain types of enforcement. You like, to me, that's logical sense because you still have Harvard Ku Klux Klan remnants and Harvard enforcement entities, the one the place this applies to. That ain't went anywhere. But again, if it was vice versa and you had collective amount of enforcement and it was American blacks in there and they were doing these things and stuff like to people within certain parts of Panama's culture and however others, you best believe there will be gigantic changes. But since it's done toward American blacks, you got people that do just like this. Numbers of people who do just like this, with very few exceptions. Let me show you what the numbers of people do, since it affects American blacks and it's not directly hurting numbers of other people. This is what numbers of other people do. They see nothing, they hear nothing, and they know nothing. Where are these allies that have the skin of black within Americanism? Again, I'm not talking about the very few that are good. They just happen to be of that tribe or that particular beautiful Caribbean island and however places, and they're here doing like that. I'm not talking about those few who know they are, who give credit, and they salute American blacks who they know have set the foundation for many to come over. I'm not talking about those small amount because the system knows they watch who they were allowed to come over. So they want more of the coons and the sellouts and the ones that have some skin to black. They know who they are, but they want to be black when it's convenient for them. But stuff like that, where are they at again? Wait a minute, where are those at? Where are those type of black skin ones at? I thank you for tuning in to the Real CP show.
Stand up. Right there in front of the car. Stay.
I ain't doing I got girl right there. I'm not doing that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying what you saying, oh yeah, for. I'm not, oh my God! Okay, down, oh my fault. Oh my God.
You want it again?
No, man.